I want to start this video with a warning that the footage you're about to see and the story that you're about to hear is incredibly graphic, but it's still worth telling. Bodycam footage of police handcuffing 18-year-old Henry Nowak as he lay dying has sparked violence in England. But what actually happened the night that Nowak was stabbed to death, and why has it sparked so much outrage? At 8:30 p.m. on December 3, Henry Nowak left his Southampton uni dorm for a night out with friends at his local pub, The Hobbit. On his way home, at about 11 p.m, he crossed paths with a man named Vickrum Digwa. Digwa is a Sikh man and was carrying 2 knives on him at the time. These are ceremonial knives which he wore in sheaths on his belt, and one is required to be worn by all members of the Sikh faith. The other was not, but was still of religious significance. Judge William Mousley CK said that Nowak asked Digwa if he was a bad man and started filming him, likely because he saw the knives. The judge said that Digwa responded he was a bad man, and that he then took the teen's phone. The judge said that the only people who know exactly what happened next are Nowak and Digwa, but that it would not be unreasonable to conclude that Henry would have wanted his phone back, believing it had been stolen from him or that he had been robbed. What we do know is that night, after their interaction, Digwa stabbed Nowak 4 times, including in the chest. The judge said that Nowak tried to escape the attack and that Digwa recorded him while he tried to flee. It was Digwa's brother who called the police soon after, claiming that Digwa had been the victim of a racist attack. He told police that there were no weapons involved, but that wasn't the case. 7 minutes after Digwa's brother called police, officers arrived and handcuffed Nowak at the scene, even though he'd been stabbed and repeatedly said that he couldn't breathe. Bodycam footage caught what one of the police officers said to Nowak as he lay dying. "You've been stabbed? Whereabouts?" "Don't think you have, mate," the officer said. Nowak was arrested, and when officers discovered his injuries, an ambulance was called. By that time, he had lost consciousness. Nowak died from his injuries that very night. 5 days after the attack, Digwa was charged with murder, and last month he was found guilty. On June 1, he was sentenced to life in prison and will serve a minimum sentence of 21 years. But that's not where this story ends. Nowak's family have labelled police treatment of their son as inhumane, and protesters have clashed with police in Southampton over the last few days, where they took to the streets to decry the teen's murder. There have been calls for an independent investigation into the police response that night, which one former senior Met detective said breached every aspect of the basic principles of policing. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has said that police have serious questions to answer.
I have seen the body cam footage. It's harrowing. And I have to say, as a father of a 17-year-old boy, I felt sick watching it.
But Starmer has also accused Reform UK leader Nigel Farage of exploiting Nowak's murder.
The anger that you saw spilling out in Southampton last night, and which is in danger,
condemn the violence,
which is in danger of getting considerably worse, because if the public lose trust,
condemn it.
If the public lose trust in being treated fairly by the police.
Starmer claims that Farage is using the teen's death to drum up division in the UK and push a narrative of anti-white prejudice.
My response, and the response of others to be fair, has been focused on the lessons to be learned so we can deliver justice. His response has been to appeal for rage.
Farage has even claimed that Nowak's death proves the existence of a 2-tier policing and justice system in the UK, which is more lenient on left-wing and minority groups, he claims. It's unclear how UK police and leaders will continue to respond to the harrowing details of Nowak's death in the days to come. What is clear, however, is that his family and community are grieving.